Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. Today I have with me my second oldest granddaughter, Molly. And Molly is going to make two recipes with me, and she's going to have a little help on the second one with Dad as well. But the first one, we're going to make a cookie that we really like, don't we? Yeah. We're going to make some ricotta cookies, and this is an Italian recipe, but a lot of times with the recipe they use anise for instead of lemon for the icing, and anise tastes like kind of like black licorice. Do you like black licorice?
No, Cam does.
I don't like it either, so I'm glad we used the lemon, not the anise. But anyway, and so we have the potatoes set over here. They're cooking, and that's going to be for our shepherd's pie that we're going to make in a little bit. But right now we're off to the ricotta cookies. So Molly's going to put in our bowl our dry ingredients. So she's going to measure 3.5 cups of flour and put that in there. And we have a 1/2 cup measuring cup in here, so how many are you going to put in there?
7.
7, very good.
Close enough.
1. I'm bad about, I start talking and I forget to pay attention. 2. Oh, level it off a little bit. There, just shake it. There you go. 3. So it's not heaping. 4. Level it more. Here, go this way. 5. Well, that's much better. 6. Are you gonna be messy, cook? Yeah. 7. Okay, you can drop that cup in there, and we'll set that flour out of the way. Okay. Now she's going to add to her flour 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And we just said we liked that this has that little place that she can level it off, so. There's 1. Get it full all the way. And then level it. There you go. 2. And then the 1/2 one. Yep, that one. Okay, and then she's going to need 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to get your salt for you. And then you're going to whisk that together. So use your whisk and whisk those together. So all those are mixed. And we just want to make sure that all the baking powder is throughout it so we don't get a bitter cookie. But then we're going to go to the fun stuff. We're going to set that aside here in a second, and we're going to go to the creamed ingredients. Okay, you can leave that in there if you want to. Set that over here. We're going to take this, that mixing bowl, and drop it on the counter. Okay, she's going to put in her big mixing bowl to cream together 2 sticks of butter, which is equal to 1 cup. Get it? I'll get this one for you. Here, get that one.
Slimy. I don't like slimy.
At the top there, good job. Okay. That's why we have an apron, huh? Okay, and to that she's going to add 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. So I have a 1/4 cup in there. We're going to use how many of them again?
7.
7. And we're going to do the same thing. Fill it all the way to the top. All the way full. There you go. 1. All the way full. If you need to, you can. Oh, that's good. 2. You can tip it a little if it makes it easier for you. 3. 4. 5. 6,
Seven.
7. Very good. Put the lid on that one and we'll set that aside. Now you get to do the fun part. And we talked about this, about how we need to be really careful with this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So take the cover off. We're going to zest a lemon. So we're going to take the cover off, and we talked about how, let me take this bottom part off too. Hold it right over there. We talked about how if we go this way with our finger, it won't cut us, but we don't want to go the other way because it would cut us. So we're going to scrape that across there to get some lemon zest. And it's going to take about a teaspoon of lemon zest. Yeah, you got to press kind of hard. You get it? There, you're getting some.
Yay, I'm finally getting some lemon zest.
You want me to help?
The scent is strong.
Yeah, yeah. And we talked about too how we're not going to throw away the lemon, because when we're done with this part of it, we're going to use the juice when we make our icing.
So you don't fill that whole thing out?
Do what?
You don't fill that whole thing out?
No, we only need a teaspoon, thank heavens. That would take a while, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Might even take 3 lemons.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't have a lemon grater, you can use a cheese grater. It would do the same thing. It just gives you maybe a little bit bigger pieces.
No, I'm going off the counter. The scent is strong.
Yeah, you can really smell it, can't you? It smells really fresh.
Yeah.
Good.
It smells like lemonade.
Yep. Okay. So let's put that in with our flour and our butter.
There's still a whole bunch
You can
of
use your fingers and push it out if you need to. Get it all in the bowl. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, now I'm going to put this onto the mixer because it's kind of hard to get it to latch into place. And we're going to cream these together until it's pale and fluffy. Let me get just a little bit more of that out there.
It's gonna be fluffy. I like fluffy.
Okay, so Molly has her wet ingredients, and we beat that up until it's nice and fluffy and pale. And so now she's ready.
It.
Yeah, she liked the creaming part. Now we're ready to go ahead and add in our ricotta. And that it takes a 15-ounce container of ricotta or 1 3/4 cup. So you can go ahead and add that, and there's a spatula that you can use to get it out if you want to. Can you do it that way?
I'm just squeezing
Yeah,
it
you
out.
got most of it, didn't it?
So still got out. It's hard to. Like,
Does that help you?
yeah, it's much better.
Okay. Okay. Is your container empty? Get all of it you can.
Close
You can
enough.
keep the spatula. Okay, now she's also going to just stick it in the bowl for now. There you go.
It works.
Now she's going to put in a tablespoon of vanilla. And if you want to, you can measure it over your bowl. You're going to break your eggs in that way if you get a little sloppy. It's not all in our cookies because sometimes it's hard. There you go. You did a great job not spilling it.
That looks weird.
Okay, we're done with that, I think. A spoon. Okay, I'm going to raise
Just
this
put it in
back
the sink.
up. And we're going to turn it on again. Oops, if I can reach it. And get those mixed in. Okay. Now she's going to break and add 2 eggs, one at a time, but we have a container to put them in so that if we get shell or anything, we don't have that in our cookie dough. I'm sure that shell on the face. No, very carefully. We're going to add this to that mixture. Just don't hit the beater bars, okay? Oh, maybe they're flying out of your hand. Okay. Now do the other one.
Too hard, too hard.
Okay. Very good. No shell?
Nope.
And do the same thing. Just don't get too close to the beater bar. Perfect. Okay, we're done with that container. Very good. Anytime you use raw eggs, it's a good thing to
Always wash your hands.
yes, wash your hands afterwards. Okay, the
Where's
only
the shell?
right there. The only thing we have left to do now, Molly, is to slowly add our dry ingredients to those wet ingredients. And then we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and it has to sit for a while before we can form the cookies. So there's a towel right here, sweetheart. Okay. So I'm going to turn this on low, and I'm going to take one of our measuring cups. Sometimes that's an easier way to. And I'll start it, and then you can give it a little bit of time, and then add more, and keep adding until it's all in there. And just when you add, make sure you don't have to level because it's all measured. Just make sure you're high up above the beater bar, okay? So that's all there is to the cookie dough until we get those all added in. So high above your beater bar. So Molly has her shepherd's pie is in the oven and it's baking, and her ricotta cookie dough has been in the refrigerator, and it's cool enough that we can actually manipulate it, and it'll form the cookie balls, and we're going to have some help with that in a minute. And so, but right now she's going to make the icing for these cookies, and so she has melted a tablespoon of butter, and she's going to put that in her bowl. I don't want to get every last bit of butter, because butter makes everything better. Remember our tongue twister?
Yeah.
Okay. And then to that, she's going to add 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. Let's pull it over so we're not stringing it. Which, that's a half cup. So we're going to use, remember, shake side to side. And make sure it's over the container when you do. Okay, there's one.
Okay, this is.
So we talked about that. There's 7 of those.
Dad. I had to.
There you go. 2.
Hope these aren't precise
3.
measurements.
4. Can I show you something too? Since we're struggling with this evidently.
We're gonna get a knife and you're gonna scrape it.
5.
If butter makes everything better, sugar makes everything better.
6. Yeah. I myself. Is this 7?
7.
Okay, 7.
7, 8, 9. I got a bit messy.
Over the sink.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
You got a bit messy?
Maybe.
Okay. And a teaspoon of vanilla.
A teaspoon.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Here, I think you have the half teaspoon.
You do have a half teaspoon.
Let me
This
get
is a
you
half
that.
teaspoon.
So we'll take 2 of those.
Put 2 of those in there.
Okay.
Here. Hold it over the bowl. I'll pour it in there for you. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
1.
Hold it level. Yep.
2.
I spilled a little
That's
anyway, so
okay.
it's perfect.
I see some sugar on the side.
Yeah, there is sugar on the side. Okay, and then I'm going to put in for you, just so it.
So.
We're going to get 4 to 6 tablespoons of milk. So we're going to start with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need, remember you squeezed those lemons for me?
Yeah.
And we don't want any of the seeds, right?
Yeah.
Molly squeezed, this was one of the things she had never done before, but she squeezed some fresh lemon because we need 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. 1. So the cookies will have a lemony taste to them.
Because you want lemon
2. Yes. Okay, now use your mixer.
This one?
Yep.
Just like you did a little bit ago.
Yep, just like you did with the potatoes. Powdered sugar likes to go. Very good. You didn't even need Dad to rotate it for you.
Yeah, that's wrong.
So with us, can you guys scoot that way just a little bit so they can see all 3 of you? Molly made our ricotta cookie dough, and so her brothers have come in to help us actually make the cookies and decorate them and then eat them, of course. So we have Campbell and we have Enoch, and you're going to see Micah here in a minute, the baby, or at least the baby
Here's
for now.
Micah, baby number 5 will be here within the next couple weeks.
I know.
So
Yeah, so we have a whole clan. But anyway, they're going to form some cookies, and we're going to put them in a 350-degree oven to bake, and then we'll show you how they're going to ice them. So you guys want to get some of your cookie dough? They did wash their hands before we started this, by the way.
I have it.
roll it around. There you go. That's it.
Good, that's good. And it doesn't have to be a lot. Just put it on the cookie sheet.
Excellent.
This is like the 3rd time I've washed my hands in this video.
Okay, you got it, Mike? Or Enoch? I'm going to add just a little bit more to that. Can you make them just a little? That's a lot better.
Excellent, Camo. Good job.
Just a little bit bigger.
There you go, Doug. Get some more.
And I'm just going to put them 2 across because this cookie sheet's not very big. Okay, grab some more dough. Oh, sorry, Molly, I just took it away from you. Can you come over here, Molly?
No cookie dough for you.
And we don't eat raw cookie dough, right?
No.
Why?
Because it can give you a tummy ache.
It can give you a tummy ache. It has raw eggs in it.
Yeah.
Raw eggs are bad.
Yeah, you don't want to eat raw eggs.
Yeah, you want those
So
breaking
we're going to
down.
put 6 on this one. So we need 1 more over there. And then we're going to start putting the others on the other cookie sheet. And I'll move this one for you guys. There you go. Can you reach in there, Enoch?
Can you reach it? Or you need some help?
I think this
Here.
might be a bit too much, but
You can keep them
You
going
got
over
enough?
there. I'm going
Let me
to
see.
take the shepherd's pie.
Yeah, a little more than that. Yeah, make them a little bit bigger.
is this good, Dad?
Yeah, that'll work. Alright, I think they've got the last few that we can fit on these sheets.
That one can hold, actually,
Want
hold
more?
a few more because it's a little bit
Whoever
bigger.
made this one right here, let's make it a little bit bigger. Means
So
more
can I
dough
put
means
this-
bigger cookie, right?
Alright.
This one.
You got one or 2 more on
But
there.
that's true.
And then we'll put them into bake. And it takes them about 12 to 14 minutes. Or don't you do it.
Welcome back to Cooking with Some Friends.
Okay, so we're back, and Enoch and Molly and Campbell are here, and we've made our ricotta cookies that Molly mixed up, and we baked them, and now they're ready to put the icing that Molly made on them, and then the sprinkles. So you're gonna watch the artists in progress. So go ahead, guys, ice your cookies, put sprinkles on them, have some fun. Remember, Cam, whether you think you're having fun or not, you're having a great time, right?
Good one.
Don't you lick that.
Let's see.
You know, you can put them down on the parchment and just let that drip over. Hey, don't lick your fingers.
Yeah, you can't put them in your mouth.
Yeah, can't put your fingers in
Then
your
you
mouth.
can't bake. We're just gonna have to put my
So talk to me, guys. Where were you? Where'd you go?
St. Joe.
You went to St. Joe, and
What
what'd
did
you go
you
see?
Dinosaurs.
You cannot put your finger down. You cannot use that hand.
We saw like
can't
You
use
saw
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs, real dinosaurs?
No.
Like
They're like statues that moved.
Statues that moved?
Oh, my.
That comes out fast.
That's a good.
See?
Hold your fingers off.
I forgot a little bit on my phone, but I didn't look at it.
That's okay.
So what was your favorite part of the exhibit that you looked at?
All of it.
All of it. Well, that's not a
You
part.
told me
but
there was a fish that was your favorite part.
Oh yeah, the Selucan. It's an ancient fish that was around since the time of Adam and Eve.
Yep.
Ah, cool.
And when you get some of your icing on, go ahead and put some sprinkles on, because if the icing dries, they won't stick.
So put some of your sprinkles on here. Let me open it for you.
No.
Cool.
So anyway, it's a good activity for you guys to do if, like, on a boring day or whatever, you baked and then you get to decorate. And then the most important part,
Dad gets to eat them.
no,
Taste
don't lick it,
test.
don't lick
I
it.
know.
You wanted to, didn't you?
I really do want to look at this.
Okay.
That'll be the best part.
I got some on the thing where I
The
had
best-
Tell everybody thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.
What do you say, Cam?
Thank
Can
you
you
for
say
watching.
bye-bye?
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking with Some Friends. Today I decided that we're going to a ball game tonight. Well, that's almost every night when you have 12 grandkids, and 8 of them who play ball, but we're going to a ball game, and I decided that I would make some cookies. And then I got to thinking, well, I need to use up some of the 4th of July items that we've had that, like when I made the charcuterie trays for s'mores and that kind of thing. And of course, when you start with one thing, it kind of grows and kind of snowballs. So anyway, so I was going to make some Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Brookies that I've done before, but I normally would make my brownie mix from scratch to the brownie recipe that we have that we like. I would normally make my soft chocolate pudding chocolate chip cookie dough and use it, but I decided to look for an easier way, and I found one. And so I've sprayed my muffin pan generously so that they won't stick. And then I went up to our local store and I thought, well, I'll just do refrigerated chocolate chip cookie dough, so I don't have all that extra dough left over, because we're going on a trip soon and I don't want to have to do all that up. And of course they didn't have the tubes, so I did end up buying the packaged chocolate chip cookie dough that there are 24. It would actually make 24 cookies normally, but it calls for a 16-ounce package of refrigerator cookie dough, and that's what that is. So I'm going to combine 2 of the servings that they have in here to make 1. I also am going to use a brownie mix that I had on the shelf and use it up, and so I'll mix that up here in a minute. And this is an 18-ounce package, and it calls for a 10-ounce package, the recipe that I found. So I am going to take that extra that I have left over once I make these Brookies and put it in my sprayed loaf pan. And I have one grandson that's going to be at the ball game tonight that can't have peanut butter, and so I'll make those brownies up for him so he doesn't get left out. So the brownie mix, it's a fudgy brownie mix. I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. It calls for the brownie mix and 2 eggs, and a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. So whatever your brownie mix package calls for, that's what you would use, and 3 tablespoons of water. So I'm going to mix that up. And I found several variations of this, but like I said, I would normally do all of it from scratch, but I know a lot of people don't have the time to do that. And so it would be easier if they could just do the mixes like I'm going to show you today. Even though I'm using some of my charcuterie board s'mores items to go into this, you could actually use whatever you have or buy specifically for this. So anyway, so I took, after I sprayed my muffin pan and I preheated my oven to 350, I took 2 servings and made them into a ball, and then I'm going to take them into the muffin cup and press them down. Okay. On top of each one of those, I'm going to take a Reese's peanut butter cup and put it so the larger side is down. Put that right in the center of that. And then I'm going to fill it at about 90% full with the brownie mix. Make sure that gets all over that. Okay. And then I'm going to repeat that process 12 different times. Now, like I said, I'm going to also then take my extra brownie batter and put it in my sprayed loaf pan so that Jace has some brownies and doesn't get left out. So that's all there is to this recipe, and they need to bake about, at 350, about 18 to 20 minutes, or just until your brownie batter is actually done. And then I'm going to let them cool in the pan for 5 minutes. Take them out, and you can serve them warm if you're ready, or you can just take them like I'm going to the ball game. So I hope you enjoy them. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.